Hey. One. Yep. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3.
are at Bill Bendick Memorial Field in Hamilton, New Jersey. The contest is between the Vineland Fighting Clan and the St. Joe Wildcats. They both have 2-1 records. My name is John Parentazzi. I am your color analyst. My partner is Rich Garper, who does the play-by-play. It's a quite a day, Rich, compared to last Friday, which was perfect football weather. It is nasty out there. We were down. We walked on the field a little bit. I'm not saying it's in great shape, but it's playable, and it's just going to be to me. It's going to be the elements will play a part, I think, in today's game.
Yeah, normally when Vineland comes into this game as an underdog in the game after last year's 48-0 defeat to St. Joe's, but when you have inclement weather, you usually give a little lean to the underdog because with everything being even, that's what made you the underdog. But Vineland brings a lot of speed to the table. Not that St. Joe's doesn't, but that's one of Vineland's bigger assets are their speed. And it's going to be interesting if they can maintain their footing on this field today. The field looks in great shape. Of course, it is wet and all, but nice thick grass on there. Hopefully, they'll be able to plant and move. Injury updates for Vineland. Noah Sanzalone, the starting offensive tackle and defensive tackle, number 75, he's out with a leg injury. And Kobe Chestnut will take over that spot on the offensive tackle. Also jumping in on the line is Alan Roberts will be playing at guard today for DeQuan Cosby. Cosby got banged up at the end of last game. He will be playing today wearing number 15 instead of 51, but just on defense at the linebacker spot. And that's all the injury report we have for today.
Rich, I know most of the guys up here from St. Joe, Carl, they all came over. One of the things they gave me was pretty neat was its statistics for the Cape Atlantic League. And Seymour is the second leading rusher in the league with 409 yards, and that's a pretty good statistic for him because he didn't touch the ball too many times last game, and to be the second leading rusher in the league is pretty good. He follows the Dobbins kid from St. Augustine, who is the leading rusher. So maybe we could break him loose a little bit today on that field. Old coach told me once, in bad weather, the offense always has the edge because they know where they're going.
Except
is that an old wife's tale? I don't know.
Well, I know it's my old coach. You used to tell us the same thing. It really does help the offense. Today's situation, we have Coach Paul Sacco in his 34th year coming in with 290 wins to 57 losses and 5 ties. Coach Russo in his third at 7-16. Now, you talk about inclement weather. You look for teams to see if they're going to try to just grind the ball out. Well, last week, St. Joe's defense held Millville to negative 8 yards rushing. And as we know, Vineland's defense is only giving up 2 yards a carry against the rush. So two teams that are really stout in run stopping. So this may lead to a very unique and interesting game. The problems for Vineland have been in that secondary, being able to keep the passing attacks in check. And for St. Joe's, it's Salam Horn, the senior quarterback, and his brother fullback, Alam Horn.
I watched the Millville game on TV, and Millville, in the last 5 minutes, was driving. They were down at St. Joe's 14-yard line, Rich, and fumbled the ball. The game would go into overtime. So they played a pretty good game, Millville. I talked to a couple of people after I watched St. Joe film this week, and they think that the biggest difference in this year's St. Joe team is the offensive line.
We see the captains out there. The rain has picked up quite a bit in the last 30 seconds. And while they're sorting out who's getting the ball and what's happening, let's run down our sponsors and thank them. We're going to start up with the Greenview Inn at Eastland Golf Course, 4049 Italia Avenue in Vineland, 856-691-5558. Beretta Plumbing and Heating at 1784 Pine Avenue, Vineland, 856-691-1950. Newfield Bank with 11 locations in Cumberland and Gloucester County, 1-800-690-3440. Richland Carpet and Flooring, 1309 Harding Highway, Richland, 856-697-3041. RK Auto Group, Chevrolet, Kia, and Subaru at 502 North Elsie Drive in Vineland, 856-696-8400. Larry's 2 Restaurant, 907 North Main Road in Vineland, 856-692-9001. Ducharme's Profoot, 925 East Landis Avenue in Vineland, 856-690-1500. Patino's ShopRite, 1255 West Landis Avenue, Vineland, 856-691-9395. The Gorgo Group, 646 South Delsey Drive in Vineland, 856-692-0303. Dr. Joseph Bernardini at Reconstructive Orthopedics, 994 West Sherman Avenue, Vineland, 856-696-0900. And Allen Associates, 630 South Brewster Road, Vineland, 856-692-2250.
Rich, Vineland won the toss and deferred to the second half, so St. Joe will get the ball. But my question is, why do we not take the win?
Well, sometimes you can go into this thinking your defense is the better thing you have. Try to hope for a 3 and out and establish field position. And we're going to step aside for the national anthem.
Rich, it was not raining as hard when we got here.
No,
It
not at all.
wasn't raining at all when we got here.
A light miss, and as we were talking pregame, and Coach mentioned after the coin toss, the wind will be a factor. It's a strong wind coming from your left to your right, and maybe a little bit across the field at that far west end zone to your right. So the wind will be a factor today as it's gusting and breezing quite heavy out there. As you can see the rain moving sideways on the field.
I thought maybe we'd get a break in the weather when we got here. It wasn't raining. But it looked like Mother Nature's going to win this one.
So the kickoff for Vineland will be Robert Kling. He's handling the kickoff duties, and it's Mike Bachma, as of last game, still handling the field goal and extra point kicking. Last year was all St. Joe's all the time. And if we have anything in Vineland's favor, if we look back at Millville from 2 years ago, a 40-point loss and then a 4-point loss this year, Vineland, of course, wants to make it a little better than that and try to get out of here with a win, as St. Joe's struggled last week with Millville.
Yes, Deep is the, are they both Horn brothers, Deep?
Both Salam,
Yes.
number 1, and Alam 21, but this kick's going to go short. Chris Carey has it, and he's going to be brought down after a short return. Let's see, it's going to be hard to see these field markers. Today we have probably our lowest seating.
31, Rich.
We're just a row higher than the back of the 6-row bleachers on the home side. So that far side of the field's going to be tough to get to. So what do you have him at, the 33?
Yes.
You got it. It's a tight formation this time for St. Joe's. Horn under center. It's a give over the right side, and that's snuffed out, but scraping forward and picking up about 2 or 3 is Alam Horn. That's going to bring up 2nd and 7.
One thing St. Joe does in watching the films, when they're running left or right, they overload it. That motion man, he'll go to that side, and they'll have the wing man blocking.
And gain a little bit of leverage or
See,
advantage. Here
they're
they come to the
coming
bottom
this way.
of the screen. Nice job there by Naheem Anderson. Number 8 makes the stop for a loss, going to set up a 3rd and about 12.
They had the whole right side with blockers on that.
And Anderson with great vision from his outside backer position. We've seen him make a lot of big plays, finding the crease to get through, and very quick.
Well, this is a play we'll know St. Joe's theory now. They're going to put the ball up.
And that's been the weakness for the Vineland defense, is defending the pass this year.
Yeah.
Certainly a passing situation.
They run a great waggle pass.
Quarterback Salam Horn under center.
No,
And they're
right
just
up the
going to
middle.
dive up the middle.
Well, that's a conservative call.
A nice job on the stop that time by Delonte Jones and others in the middle there. So that Vineland defense holds St. Joe's to 1 yard on their first drive. And as we have a St. Joe's player, Alam Horn, looks a little gimpy out there. He's looking for the official to get time to have him get off, but he's down on the field. So we'll have an injury timeout, and that's certainly not somebody you want off the field for you if you're St. Joe's. So Alam Horn down as they check to him. That Vineland defense, you talked about deferring to the second half for choice, and the defense really held up well, so Vineland's going to get the ball and hopefully some decent field position here.
Well, you don't know. I watched the punter from St. Joe, and he punched the ball high, really high. I was surprised, but it 25, 30 yards.
Yeah, I noticed the shorter kicks. I only got to see the first half of their Millville game.
Yeah. You know, and again, don't let the ball hit the ground.
Did see pregame today for Vineland. Lyndon Williams getting some reps in at quarterback today. Little whispers around would be, trying to mix it up and have Pacheco be another running option to go with Seymour. Which
Well,
could
I'd like
cause
to
some
see
trouble.
him break out and the lackluster running performance.
Yeah,
He's how about that word, Rich? I finally found a place to use it, and he really has been. Not been the threat he was last year.
Yeah, last year after 3 games, I believe he had 6 touchdowns and just about 500 yards. It was the first 2 games he did really well, but just having a hard time getting on track, rushing and throwing. Good snap, kick is away, and that's Coach called.
Get away.
Short, and it's going to hit at the 50 and roll down to the 43-yard line, where Vineland will start in great field position at their own 43, as we have 9 minutes, 48 seconds to go in the first.
Trying to find the young Horn man they took off. He's right here in front of us, Rich, on the bench.
Yeah, I was looking at the trainer's table too, but just on the edge of the bench. Seem to be working on an ankle or shin there. So with that new look offensive line this week, under center is going to go Isaiah Pacheco. It's Jones down to the bottom of the screen. There's a give to Seymour, looking for some room. He pushes forward, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. The St. Joe's defense makes a nice stop there.
St. Joe has played a 5-man front for 25 years, Rich. They love that 5-man front, which I do too, because that gives you a lot of protection on the outside. And they always play that 5-man front, and it's good high school defense.
For St. Joe's, number 24 right there, Parrish, played for Vineland last year, C.J.
There
Parrish.
they are, Rich. Look across the front. See them?
Looks like we're going to do the same thing to the other side, but this is pitch. Oh, a nifty move, and he's in the opening, and he's going to be gone. No more
boy.
blocks. Seymour picks up a 55-yard touchdown run as that sweep was executed
55
perfectly
yards.
as he cut inside the kick-out block by that tackle and gets to the end zone early for Vineland. With 8:57 to go, it's time for an extra point. Be interesting to see if it's Bachma or Kling that comes out to take this one.
That was a bolt of lightning. That was,
Yeah.
that
can't
adds
wait.
to his second leading rushing.
Yeah, I can't wait to
55 yards.
get another look at that blocking up top. A really nice
Yeah.
job as we have two new offensive starters on the
He
line.
broke, his best move was right on the line of scrimmage when he broke inside the block, as you'll see. Oh,
So-
we're going 2 points, Rich.
Pacheco under center, Seymour straight behind. There's the gift to Seymour over the right side. He's twisting and turning, but not going to make it in.
No good.
Maybe back to the line, and that's about it. But Vineland gets his 6 points up on
Okay.
the board.
Rich, you're going to see the pitch to the right. Okay. You're going to see it right here. Now watch at the line of scrimmage. There it comes. See the break right there? There's where he made the run, right on the line of scrimmage. Once he broke the line of scrimmage, he really had a full head of steam going.
A really nice block up top by the tight end Jared Banks, who was trying to steal his defender inside, and the defender got a step on him, and then he just stayed with him and rode him to the outside to help open up that hole. So I was mentioning C.J. Parrish, Vineland D-back, played a little bit. He was a freshman last year, got a few carries near the end of the year in the Millville game. And as we have some concerns with the defensive secondary, of course, it hurt to lose C.J. As I mentioned, Parrish, he's back deep this time as Alamhorn is still out on the sideline. So it's Salam and Parrish back deep. Last kick didn't go too deep, and was an offsides only
that's not
kick.
bad.
But
That's not bad.
it's going to be picked up at the 10 by
Got to
Alamhorn.
cover it, though.
And it's covered very well as he swarmed over and brought down just a little bit inside the 20, maybe right at the 20-yard line. Maybe that was Parrish on the return, possibly there.
Looks like the 18-yard line, Rich. It's tough to see on the 21, wrong side.
So we're early in the first with 8:52 to go. First time St. Joe's had the ball, it was a 3 and out. This time we're still waiting to see them attempt to attack that Vineland secondary that's been suspect this year. And to the outside with some space for a host of Vineland defenders. Bring him down goes
Very
Horn.
short gain, Rich. It looked like a lot more, about a 4-yard gain. And, boy, they had a host of tacklers out there to box him in.
Banks, Anderson, and Rivera.
That was an excellent defensive play by the corner and the defensive end.
Feeling that 56 Josh Ramos in on there. So 2nd and 6 to the top of the screen. It's turned in and a real nice tackle down at the bottom there. The outside contained pushes him in and gets a hand in to bring him down. Possibly Anderson yet again on another stop. So 3rd down now, 3rd down and a long 5.
Yeah.
This play may be taking a little bit of time to get in there.
This would be a great position to hold them again so they could get good field position.
Number 5 bringing the play in, backup quarterback Matt Tucker.
Eventually, they're going to have to throw the ball, Rich.
And this
And
is the
there it
time they're
is.
going to do it. They have 2 receivers deep. The under receiver is wide open. There's a flag in the backfield. Nifty move, staying on his feet. And finally out of bounds. And there's a hold on St. Joe's in the backfield as pressure got to Horn. That hold happened about at the 19-yard line. So that's really going to hurt St. Joe's as they flood the zone on that pattern with two receivers scraping deep, the underneath receiver wide open for the first down and then some.
Rich, you're going to see it. The old back out of backfield, it's a little wrinkle of the waggle. Instead of bringing him from the other side, they bring him from the backfield.
And the pressure from Vineland, then we see in the replay just a two-handed push in the back of the Vineland defender, shoving him past the quarterback.
Well,
now that tackle box where you're allowed to get in the back, I don't think that extends 15 yards behind the line, does
tackle it? Tackle to tackle.
But only like a couple yards on either side of the ball. Yeah, that was a good 7 yards into the backfield, and really an unneeded block that was attempted.
That was a very fortuitous call for Vineland because he was all the way down to the 20.
So 3rd and 22 now. Salam Horn sends motion to the bottom of the screen and possibly procedure here. No, it's going to be offsides on Vineland, so St. Joe's will get 5 of that back. Make it 3rd and 17.
Offsides call against Vineland. Move the ball to 14. It'll be 3rd down 17.
Wow.
I look at the monitor, I see a red uniform. I'm like, well, who's that number? You know, I'm used to seeing the Vineland guys.
Yeah.
I'm like, who's that big number 50?
Can't make mistakes like that. You got them in a hole. You have to, as Coach Angelo used to say, you have to put your foot to the throat. Keep them down there.
Player checking in late for St. Joe's. And a straight drop back.
Oh, it's a draw. Pretty good call
Elvis
there.
Velez gets out, run to the corner by Salam. And the ball is loose on the field. And it looks like Melton has come up with it for Vineland.
How about that?
Rodney Melton in pursuit comes up with the fumble as Horn coughs it up right around the Vineland 35. It rolls inside the 35. And Melton in his pursuit comes up with it. I can't wait to get another look at that. It's just a really nice job.
Well, that's a good football call. We're back.
Take a look at number 40, Jared Banks. He's the one that's going to be trying to track this down.
That's a called draw, quarterback draw. Here's the play that made it right here. He catches him and knocks it out, and look at the trail. Perfect.
Banks perfectly right to the football as he rips it out, and Melton following it up for the turnover. But you saw the explosiveness of Salam Horn there as he easily maneuvered his way to the sideline.
Boy, that was a great angle, Rich. That's an old angle drill.
So 1st and 10 for Vineland. Tight end Banks goes to the short side of the field. There's the pitch to Seymour over that side. And nothing there as Vineland goes back to what worked the last play for them. And St. Joe's sitting and ready for that one.
Boy, credit Banks would really hustle on that last play.
And you know what? If Melton probably figured he couldn't get to Horn if he was going to score, but kept pursuing downfield because there were two Wildcats by the football, but it was Melton getting in and getting it first. So gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Ball at Vineland's own 34-yard line. We're just over halfway through the first quarter. So there, that time an illegal shift as the tight end Banks did not get set.
No, he was not in position for the count.
So that's going to make it 2nd and 14 now for Vineland.
2nd down 14.
That's our second penalty already, Rich. One didn't hurt us, but
yeah, that St. Joe's penalty was really big as they'd gained about 60 yards. And where the flag was, they lost 15. So,
as one of our guys playing golf, a fortuitous.
That's what's nice about having the replay. You get to really see what happened in there, and really an unneeded block was attempted. So as we have 2nd and 14 here, it's Pacheco in the shotgun. He gives to Anderson over the right side, and he bellies back, and he's in big trouble. And he's wrestled down after a gain of 4 or 5.
Lost, Rich. He lost 5.
So let's see how.
You got third and at least 20 or better.
We'll call it 3rd and 18. You definitely don't want those negative plays if nothing's there. That's what Jones has been really good at, just turning it up the field and getting back to the line.
Right. Turn it up. So you gain 1 yard. You don't lose 6 like you did.
And you don't want to be flat-footed and not moving
Plus
on the
we're
edge.
going the wrong way. Plus we got to kick into the wind.
Yeah, there's 4:43, so it'll take at least a first down if you don't want to punt into the wind. Seymour in motion, and looks like procedure again on Vineland.
That's 3.
So 3rd and 24 now for Vineland. Yeah, a lot of motion and movement and resetting up there, and it may be confusing St. Joe's a little, but it's definitely hurting Vineland as that's their 3rd penalty. Lamhorn, who's been out since that 3rd play of the game, is running and jogging on the sideline. Looks like he may be able to come back in. That would be big for St. Joe's. There's Seymour this time. Heads up into middle where there's nothing, so that's going to make it now 4th and 24. And Vineland's Juan Gonzalez will come in the punt, and he'll be punting into a heavy, heavy wind.
Seymour on the carry on the stop.
So Salamhorn on the long run fumbles it. Vineland recovers, and then they move backwards from that spot 24 yards. Now punting into the wind. Salamhorn's going to get it in his hands again as he stands inside Vineland territory at the 48-yard line. Gonzalez, one of the higher net punting averages in the first 2 games, but last week wasn't a great game. And he really drives that punt. That's a nice punt into the wind, caught at the 39. Staying on his feet is Horn. He looks right, comes back to the left, and he's escorted out of bounds right around the Vineland 38-yard line.
St. Joe's 3rd possession. Best field position they've had on the whole game except for that run that Horn fumbled. And
yeah, St. Joe's has had 2 big plays. One called back on a penalty, the other one negated on the fumble.
yeah. St. Joe called timeout. Little confusion out there.
So timeout, St. Joe's. All right, while we had that timeout, let's remind you today's Vineland High School football game is brought to you as a public service by the Greenview Inn at Eastland Golf Course, 4049 Italia Avenue in Vineland. Call them at 856-691-5558. Voted the Daily Journal's best of the best for golf course, fine dining restaurant, and best chef. Beautiful clubhouse, restaurant, and banquet facilities offering farm to table freshness with family-friendly service. The Greenview Inn. Thank you. Well, that score looks good for Vineland as the rain comes down a little heavier, but the play in the second half of this first quarter has pretty much been St. Joe's. You know, a turnover, a penalty on a long run, pushing Vineland back 14 yards on their possession. So now it's time for that Vineland defense to try to make another stand here. 3:19 on the clock in the first quarter. Over the left side, not much there.
Number 21, Nate Johnson on the carry.
That's 21, Nate Johnson. Nate didn't make it into my player list. I'm going to throw him down there.
Reyes on the stop for Vineland. No game.
You know, it's nice, Coach, that Vineland defense with freshman Anthony Reyes out there starting at inside linebacker. Haven't really called his name that much, and when you're a freshman out there playing, that means you're doing your job. I mean, he's made some big plays throughout the year, but really handling that position very well is Jared Banks, the 2-year starter there, jumps to the outside.
Great job. I mean, they're not listed as ends because they call it a 3-5.
This one's going to be a pass. Mountain gives chase. And nudged out of bounds after a short game goes Horn.
Yeah.
So Jones comes up and makes a stop, and it's going to make it 3rd down and about 6.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Violent's pursuit has been excellent, except the the quarterback draw. Now that's the second time they ran it.
There's a lot of space as the ball is all the way on the near hash. See if St. Joe's tries to get out wide there. They would have to send some motion. They have tight end down to the bottom here, and St. Joe's is going to call a timeout.
2 in a row.
You kind of thought they'd want their tight end on the wide side of the field there. So a little confusion in their allotment. And another timeout for St. Joe's.
They call one at 3:19, Rich, and this is at 2:29.
And while we have that timeout, we'd also like to thank Beretta Plumbing and Heating at 1784 Pine Avenue in Vineland. Phone number 856-691-1950. Serving Vineland for 119 years, specializing in residential and commercial service and installations of plumbing and mechanical systems.
Rich, the confusion has been the substitute for the horn player.
For Alam.
And he is, Salam has tried to put him in the right position, but he hasn't got him in there, and that's where the confusion has been. The substitute is...
And just to give up the middle and tackled for a minimal gain, it's going to bring up 4th down. I figure St. Joe's will go for it here.
they'll go for it.
It's going to be 4th down and 4. That carry goes to Keegan Harvin. And Melton, who came up with the fumble, makes the stop. So big 4th down for both squads here as we're down to 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the first quarter. Flags hit the field.
Well, Vineland called timeout, Rich.
Vineland call time.
So 4th and 4, 1:45 to go. 3 timeouts in this drive that hasn't gone too far. As we have a little trouble with our monitor up here, as Bigfoot, I think, stepped on the cord down there, Coach. We'll hopefully get that worked out.
Sure, blame me.
I see your Fred Flintstone feet down there, tapping away. So big 4th down here. St. Joe's is ready, and they come to the line. Vineland's defense is bent. They look to make a stop here. And they're going to go jet sweep to the top of the screen. There's a hold. An obvious hold is drugged down. There's the Vineland defender, but they'll decline that as that goes for a loss of 3. Well, on 4th down, if your guy's going to make a tackle for a 5-yard loss, you might as well grab his arm and sling him down anyway. So Vineland's defense stands strong, and Vineland's going to get the ball back right around their 35.
This is our 3rd possession. This is our 3rd possession, Rich, and we're going to take over at the, looks like right on the 35. It'll be 1st down Vineland. And that's 3 pretty good stands by Vineland.
So Pacheco from the shotgun. There goes Jones in motion in front. Pacheco gives this time to Blakely, and he runs laterally behind the line. Usually we see Blakely hit right up in there.
He's usually a north-south runner.
I think they tried to get him to that off tackle little slot there, but nothing going on as Vineland's going to lose 2 and make it 2nd and 12.
Rich, except for that 55-yard beautiful scamper by Seymour Early, St. Joe has controlled the line of scrimmage and just as we have. I mean, it's reciprocal. But we have really had no offense after that run.
Well, St. Joe's has busted 2 big plays. One got called back on a penalty and the other on a fumble. Vineland's busted 1 through. And they go right back to that play that worked so well earlier. But Seymour has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 people slapping him around the legs, bringing him down.
A little mistiming in the handoff, Rich,
with
cost.
that bunch in the middle. So 3rd down now, 3rd and 8. Vineland should take their time here, especially if they're going to throw it. You don't want to punt again into that wind. So we're down to 20 seconds. If Vineland keeps the ball on the ground, they may be able to punt it away with the breeze. And here goes Pacheco by himself. And a great defensive play by Spencer Tapp, who turns Pacheco back into the defense. And St. Joe's defense does a nice job on Vineland. It's going to be 4th and 10. And Vineland will let the quarter wind down. And we are at the end of the quarter. So the first quarter comes to an end with Vineland 6, St. Joe's nothing, but Vineland getting ready to punt back to the Wildcats.
Yeah, I thought he was going to take that outside, Rich. And he cut it back up.
Well, as we end the quarter, we'd also like to thank Newfield Bank. That's Newfield Bank with 11 convenient locations in Cumberland and Gloucester counties. Newfield Bank is a full-service financial institution offering its customers free business and personal checking accounts along with online and mobile banking convenience. Call 1-800-690-3440 or see them online at newfieldbank.com. Member FDIC.
Turns the wind around, Rich. We're gonna punt, I'm sure. We will punt with the wind this time.
It was a really good punt the first time into that win for Gonzalez. That's nice to see, as he was dominant early in the season, just had a couple bad ones last week, and he's back on track, and he's a real big advantage for the Fighting Clan if he can continue to hit these punts like he has. That's something that continue to pay off all year, and Juan also a very good receiver. So 4th and 10, Gonzalez back to kick. Looks like Vineland moved early, so they'll be moving back 5 yards as St. Joe's claps. Another penalty, Vineland. Vineland moving back 5.
It's our 4th penalty.
So 4th and 15 now. Snaps there. Line drive kick, gets over the head of Horn and takes a nice roll inside the 20. Horn looks at it, he's going to pick it up right at the 11-yard line, and Naheem Anderson shoves him out of bounds after a return of about 2 yards.
Wow.
Well, you want to, as a Vineland fan, you don't want to see Horn with the ball in his hands in space, but if he has to be, you definitely want Naheem Anderson in front of him.
It was almost a 50-yard punt when he picked it up. Whew. Pretty good.
So Vineland withstood the drive from St. Joe's and now has regained a field position advantage as St. Joe's will be starting this drive on their own 15-yard line. Still waiting to see if 23 Alam Horn. He's still on the side, but he's walking around on that ankle, so not in the game now. There's a give over the right side, as contained seems to be Vineland's main responsibility on that play, as we see Josh Ramos, who has that outside contained, jump out and give the lane on the inside where he knew he had help. Vineland trying to avoid the big play to St. Joe's. So it's going to be 2nd and 6.
They had a ball, Riches, on the 26-yard line, so they started around the 21. I have them start that drive.
Almost. And great pursuit. As that time, Vineland did a little trick. Delonte Jones moved out to play defensive tackle with Avia Palaha on the inside, and he just not able to reach, but the pursuit from the rest of the Vineland defense arrives. makes a nice stop. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. We'll make it 3rd and 6.
The speed of our two outside backers has been tremendous. I mean, that play there, I thought it was going to break for a good gain. And boy, the speed of our outside backer caught him and took him down.
So big 3rd down for St. Joe's, as they'll be punting into that heavy wind if they do not convert here. Straight drop back, and it's a quarterback draw, and there's some space in the middle. And it's going to be a 1st down for Horn. Salam Horn converts that 3rd and long into a 1st down for the Wildcats.
He is a tremendous threat. His feet are a better threat than his arm.
I'll tell you what I like the best is that quarterback draw, he sits and plants his back foot before he goes. It's not like one motion, and he really sells the pass, which then has those linebackers drop out, and great vision as he uses the official as a little bit of a pick to get through there. Really nifty run by Horn.
That's the 3rd time he's ran that draw. I think he's probably got 100 yards on that. That one long one when he fumbled, one was
Vineland again moving the bigger defensive tackle or lineman to the outside.
delay a game. Holy mackerel.
That one, usually we get a feeling when it's going to be a delay game. You can kind of tell something's taking a little time. That one seemed all right, but moving back 5 goes St. Joe's. What I'm talking about is 59 Delonte Jones and 52 Ziegler. You can see now Palaha's nestled in the middle of them, and that's got to be to help with that quarterback draw, as you want somebody a little quicker and more agile, not so much big in the middle. On that draw back, the throw goes Horn. He flings it.
Whoa, see wide open.
Over the head of the intended receiver. And
16, Rich. Who was that? Number 16.
Coach Cliff Smith on the sideline adjusting that. That was Chris Carey. Carey and tap 2 of the defensive
Twice
stars
they ran
on
that
this
same out of the backfield play. And we have no one in the flat covering him.
So 2nd and 15. With 9 minutes, 25 seconds to go in the first half. Big first down run for Horn on that first series of this drive. Now 5 more to go. It's 2nd and 15. Violent shows
draw.
stunts.
Yep.
Here comes
There's
the blitz.
screen.
It's a screen.
All right,
Good job defensively. I was watching in the backfield, in the Vineland defensive backfield, as Josh Ramos takes on a block, sheds it, gets his face mask grabbed a little bit, and steps up and seals it off. Everybody in front doing their job. It seems like Vineland's handling their responsibilities on this very good. So 9:18 to go. And maybe back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and 15.
Third. I thought it was 4th. I forgot he got the first down.
Alarmhorn still on the sideline. He's got his helmet on and walking about, hoping to get back in there.
Put the ball in
Watch number 16, Chris Carey in the slot. He has Melton right on top of
Horn
him.
again. There he comes.
To the bottom of the screen, and there's a flag, and it looks like it's going to be another hold. So 4th and 14, you decline that holding call. And St. Joe's will be forced to kick. Let's see if Vineland's going to decline. And sure enough, they do. So St. Joe's punt team coming in to kick into that win with 9:11 to go. 4th and 14. Vineland needs to hurry their troops up onto the field. 1, 2, 3. Vineland late to the field. They're going to take a timeout.
That's why, Rich, when you played, Who stays on the punt return?
The offensive line.
The defense.
Oh, defensively.
Never take the defense off the field.
Well, we also like to thank Richland Carpet and Flooring at 1309 Harding Highway in Richland, 856-697-3041. One of the largest stocking dealers in the state. Well, also in New Jersey. I could have just rolled within New Jersey.
Yeah,
That would have been all right.
it's okay.
So if you need stockings, Coach, don't go there. We're talking carpets. So fourth.
Too deep. He's got to move up a little, Rich.
And it's at Pacheco back there. Deep for Vineland. He's right at his own 35. Oh, right off the side of his foot. Vineland needs to get away from it. Not do that. You know, you get a punt that with the pressure went 1 yard and you're trying to get to the football for no apparent reason but to give them the chance to get the ball back.
Apparent reason might be if you could pick it up.
Well,
The fall on it.
let me tell you, you're playing a team that beat you 48-0. You got a chance to start a drive inside their 40-yard line. And do you want me as your lineman? Do you want me running and picking the ball up, Coach?
Sure, Rich.
Yeah,
This is your shot.
not when you were coaching me. It wasn't. So Vineland with great field position, just under 9 minutes to go.
Looks like on the 30, Rich. I can't. Yes.
Yes,
31.
exactly on the 30. So Vineland starting in St. Joe's territory at their 30-yard line in a tight formation. Under center is Pacheco. He pitches wide. It's halfback pass, and it was given away, and the play was whistled down.
Offside defense.
But it looked like no receiver had moved their way upfield.
Offside defense, Rich.
All right, so let's put that halfback pass away now, and let's get Blakely pounded through the middle. So, first and 5. Now from the 25.
North-south, Rich. You get 4 cracks at 5 yards.
Didn't realize the high-speed line went right behind there. That was pretty neat. First and 5. The wind and rain are picking up. Seymour dances around in the backfield, and he's hit and dropped at the line of scrimmage.
You don't need any dancing, Rich. You need 2 yards of carry.
Yeah, and there's different backs for different kind of things. I remember when I was coaching, it was Darren Ford, and you would say it's a hard time driving the ball no matter how good he was because he would go back 5 to try to get you some. You also need that back that's going to keep their shoulders square and finish forward, finish on their belly. That way you know you're getting 3 or 4.
See, to me, that's a wasted down.
Nothing again there for Seymour. This time he does slide forward for a gain of about 1. It's going to make it 3rd and 4.
Rich, it looks like hurricane conditions out there. Look at them trees across from us. Man,
Now look at the field goal post there. The wind is blowing this way, and at this field goal post, both the flags are coming towards each other.
Thought they said it was going to clear up this afternoon.
That's looking better, Coach. 3rd and 4 for Vineland. 2 down territory here, but Vineland not able to get much going. As Max Shelby comes in tight. He's the speedy wide receiver. And there goes Pacheco on his first carry of the game, and he's going to be really close to the first down. It looks like he has it.
He's got it.
So Pacheco converts the first down for Vineland.
We have flying equipment out there, Rich.
Yeah, this wind is gusting severely. So we've just got word that the tripod became airborne out there.
I hope the guy holding it didn't go with it.
You don't want a baggy sweatshirt on there or shirt on the
We're really complaining. It's a little chilly in the booth.
Pacheco again. This time, good vision, good leg drive. He's going to pick up almost 5 yards before he's brought down.
That's the best 2 runs he's made all year,
Yeah,
Rich.
yeah. And sometimes you could get 15 yards, and it's not a great. There, he's decisive. He's attacking the
2
defense.
good run. First down running, and he got to first down, and this is a first down run. He got 5 yards. Boy, this would be a big score here before the half.
And a nice score because you broke one and got in, and it's
Yeah.
only a 35-yard drive, but you're getting little bits here. Vineland in a super tight formation. There goes Seymour. It looks like he's going to be
close.
really close, maybe a little
okay.
short.
You got 2 cracks of the yard.
Close to the first down.
Come on, don't get a delay. Let's go. Get it in.
Third down. 2. Wildcat.
So 3rd and 1,
Yeah.
with just under 6 minutes to go.
Get 2 cracks at it, Rich.
Spread them out. Spread them out.
Quarterback sneak right here. Don't even hand the ball.
Pacheco under center.
I don't like
Seymour
that.
falls forward. He's got half of that yard, so it's going to be 4th and 1.
I didn't get anything, Rich.
Sonny Pop and Darius
So I don't.
no gain. Fourth down. 2.
So a 4th down for the Fighting Clan. It was Vineland stopping St. Joe in the Vineland territory on a 4th down. It looks like Vineland's going to have to take a timeout.
It's our last one, Rich.
As they try to figure out what they want to do on that. Yeah, after the first 2 downs, it was looking like it was getting better on this drive, but Seymour's speed and size and length is awesome to
Hitting that
have.
hole.
But to go through the tackles, he's a little more of an upright runner, where maybe Blakely or when it used to be Cosby, somebody's going to square those shoulders and just attack the line. I know it's always nice to have somebody that can break it and go big, but right there you're looking at 5 yards in 2 plays.
Only one young man that should get the ball right now. That's number 1.
You're going to spread the field, or you're going to keep them tight?
Off tackle. The old tackle players. Let them lead them up through the tackle.
Vineland going for 2 points on their extra point try and not
Come on,
making
Coach.
it. So that's 6-0
Come on, Coach. The clock's running.
lead.
Come on, let's go.
Coach is still in the huddle.
It doesn't matter. They started the clock.
Oh, okay. I guess he was asked to remove himself and didn't in time. Pacheco takes it himself, and he's got the first down.
Yes. That's the play they should have ran with the 3rd and short.
Mm-hmm.
Appears to be short.
Oh, wow, it is short.
Oh,
Wildcats take over on
So a little short on the try as St. Joe's Wildcats, they stop Vineland deep in their own end to get the ball back with 5:03 to go.
First and 10 Wildcats on their 11-yard line.
So Vineland drives the ball down to the 11 of the Wildcats, and that's where that one stalls. I believe Vineland's out of timeouts. St. Joe has used 2.
so I'm a little confused that we got Tom sitting next to us. The referee on our side gave the first down signal.
St. Joe's quickly to the line of scrimmage. Horn under center. Delay give over the right side. And there's some nice support by the defensive backs as Elvis Velez comes up and seals that off along with Melton. Gain of 4.
Second down 6. Wildcat 15-yard line.
So it's Ramos and Blakely in an inside linebacker now for Vineland.
Got to be careful the quarterback draw. That's the
Excuse me,
biggest
Rex.
gainer St. Joe's had all day. A quarterback running, he is dangerous.
Nice tackle again on the play. quite often. Josh Ramos has been in on the stops.
Josh Ramos on the stop for Vineland.
And on that one, you can watch him jump to the outside to make the back come inside. And he'll give those 2 yards, but he won't give you the outside. So first down for the Wildcats. We approach 4 minutes to go in the first half. This has been a pretty even back and forth game except for the one long run for Vineland Seymour. Wow, from behind, a great job, Naheem Anderson once again. I kind of gave up on pursuit from the back and started looking ahead to see what St. Joe's had to beat to keep moving up the field, but from behind goes Anderson. So 2nd and 9. Naheem Anderson, of course, only a sophomore. He's had as many big plays this year as some people have in a career. And
It's pretty good defense to track him down from behind.
coming right at Rodney Melton, they go inside. Blakely tries to make the stop and finally wrestled down. After a decent gain of about 5. That's Nate Johnson.
St. Joe is not panicking, Rich. They're just grinding it. You know, if they threw the ball, they had to be dead into the wind. So, you know, they're waiting to bust that one big play if they can.
So 3rd and 4 with under 2.5 minutes to go. We're at 2:30 and running.
Oh,
see if Vineland, they spread the field a little bit. See if Vineland tries to put some pressure on it. Here comes the blitz, but now to the top of the screen. There's an opening. Horn tries to pick his way. A flag hits the field. He's going to be brought down short of the first down. Maybe lost a half a yard, but there was a flag down about 5 yards behind the tackle. Procedure on St. Joe's.
Coach, turn it down. Why? No, he wants 4th down. Yes. The weather.
Give us a weather update, Coach.
Weather's turning a little nasty right now. It's raining harder than it was before. If you can see it on the screen, see it's coming down, Rich, and that wind is howling.
So Vineland declines. St. Joe sends the punt team in. The last punt made it back to the line of scrimmage, but there was pressure on and the punter had to try to evade and run. Now if I'm Vineland right now, I say, okay, St. Joe's, you're showing me you want to punt the ball to me? Just punt it away. I'm not putting any pressure on. And again, Vineland not ready for the punt as they switch personnel.
Let it go.
This time he gets it away off the side of his foot. That's a decent job into that win for Tucker.
Yeah.
So he gets it back out to midfield. So Vineland with no timeouts, 1:52 to go in the first half, will take over
on the 47 of St. Joe.
I can't see which official has the ball. It's got one hanging out there.
Oh, wait a minute. It's even closer. 43.
So that's the 43.
Yeah.
So at the 43-yard line with just under 2 minutes, Vineland last time got the ball down to the 11 before the Wildcats made a stop.
Yeah. This is our 5th possession, Rich. And except for that long run, and then when we got on the 30, went to the 11, we really not really had a solid offense. They've been 2 and 3 yards each carry.
Well, that 1st and 5 on the last drive where we lost some yards, that was a tough one.
Yeah.
Seymour this time straight up the middle. Falls forward for a gain of about 3. Keep you updated. We're at 4:45 and running on the clock. That's going to be 2nd and 7. Excuse me, 145. Yeah, I was looking at the 45, waiting to say the 4. Thank you, Coach. 145 and running, and now we're down to 130.
St. Joe has one timeout left. We have none. This is our 5th possession. St. Joe's had 5 possessions.
And Vineland will be getting the ball to start the second half. Here goes Seymour over the right side, and nothing there. He's going to maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle on the play by St. Joe's Chris Carey. So 1 minute. 3rd and 7.
No game. 3rd down. 8.
So it looks like Vineland's content to let some time run off the clock here.
You don't want a penalty.
I think you may be getting one this time.
Yeah, he's counting, Rich.
2, 1, and
Yeah, they got him.
Another penalty on Vineland for delay of game.
What's it, 3rd down?
So it's going to be 3rd.
Oh, okay. Well, you can run the play and then let the clock run out.
So it's going to be about 3rd and 12. Down markers kind of back a little more than it should be as the ball is right at the 45-yard line.
These high school reps, I don't have time.
31 seconds. Clock will run on the snap. 2 backs behind Pacheco. And he takes a knee. And St. Joe's will take a timeout.
Yep.
So 4th down, it'll be with 27 seconds to go. And Vineland will be punting it away. As we get ready for that, we'd also like to mention RK Auto Group. That's RK Auto Group, Chevrolet, Kia, and Subaru. At 502 North Delsey Drive in Vineland. Call them at 856-696-8400. Named the Daily Journal's Best of the Best. Full sales, service, parts, and body shop. RK is a direct repair facility for all major insurance carriers. Did you know that, Coach?
I hope we don't make a mistake here, Rich. As a color analyst, you know, you played a pretty good half. You got 27.8 seconds to go. Be disastrous to make a mistake at this time.
Yeah, and 3rd and 7 and then the delay penalty. Like right there,
Yeah.
you've got to get something in. You let Blakely take it up forward for about 2 or 3
run the
yards.
play.
Give you something to think about. So it's Juan Gonzalez back to kick it.
They're coming,
It's
Rich.
Salam
They're
Horn
coming.
back deep. It's a low snap.
There it is. There's the mistake.
And falling on it is Gonzalez. So St. Joe's has the ball at Vineland territory at the 40-yard line with 24 seconds to go. The void of timeouts. So I'm sure the management of that last possession, you know, hopefully Vineland can make a stand here and it won't come back to haunt them.
Oh, boy. Give the punter a lot of credit. He fell on it.
Yeah.
Give him a lot of
Gonzalez
credit.
did a nice
Yeah.
job there because it could have been a lot worse. As the snap didn't really get up in the air, it came skidding on the turf. Nate Johnson late checking in for St. Joe's. Well, they have some confusion as they spread the field. Look for a pass here. A lot of confusion usually means a pass because you don't run them all the time. Horn floats it up deep and incomplete. Intended for Chris Carey. It goes over his head by a couple yards. So we're down to 18 seconds to go. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Ball right on the Vineland 40. You saw that pass from Horn kind of hit that wind. And
Yeah, that's the 4th time they've thrown to the gentleman out of the backfield.
Chris Carey.
Yeah. They kind of put him in that wing, and then they get him underneath. Now, this is the one time that I agree with the prevent. Be deep. Tackle him, keep him in play.
hit as he throws incomplete. It's going to be third with 13 seconds to go. Aside from adding an extra D-back, I used to, in those situations, take my nose tackle out, or a D tackle, and add an extra safety back deep. Somebody I trusted with some speed just to come up and make a stop, start them all the way back there.
4-4-3. You can't beat it.
I do. 3-4-3, and one more guy all the way in the back.
4-4-3. Put your linebackers back 10, and the safeties 30. Oh, he's going to run.
Quarterback draw. The middle's boxed up, a massive hold on the outside, but it's not picked up as Horn goes out of bounds with
He's short.
6 seconds to go.
No, he got the first.
And they're out of bounds, so they'll huddle up. I don't know if we can get another shot at that. It's a great block if you don't get caught, and sure enough, that's what happened on that one. But possibly one last gasp for St. Joe's with 6 seconds to go in the first half. And it's going to be Banks moving all the way back to the goal line. Jared Banks.
See that 3 formation to the right, Rich? They threw in practice to the underman. There he goes.
And it's intercepted. Oh!
That's okay.
Banks had some room and one guy to beat.
Right.
But Vineland's defense makes the stop as we're going to go into halftime with the Fighting Clan 6, St. Joe Wildcats nothing. What happened in that first half, Coach?
Okay. We started the game off, Rich, with Vineland 3 and out. On the second play from scrimmage, Seymour went 55 yards at the 8:57 mark. We went for 2 points, and we took the lead 6-0. St. Joe then got the ball 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more times. They had 2 good plays, but one was called back on a hold, and then one was a 60-yard run that was nullified by a fumble. We had the ball 1, 2, 3, 4 more times, and we really didn't generate any offense. We did get the ball on the 30-yard line on our 4th possession, went to the 11, and we came up a yard short on the first down. So, Rich, at the end of the first half, on a game that has been played, I think pretty good for the conditions that we're in, Vineland is up 6-0. So we'll be signing off now, and Rich and I will both see you at the start of the second half. Come up with a couple of words. No, I got before I got criticized for harsh. So I went to the dictionary and looked up a couple of words that meant terrible. One was lackluster. A lackluster performance. I got another one I'm waiting for. Well, I thought, after playing that game, I thought they were going to give up the touchdown. They thought they gave up the touchdown. Welcome back to Bill Bendig Memorial Field here at the home field of St. Joe of Hamilton, and this is the Vineland High School St. Joe game on October 3rd. At halftime, Vineland is up 6-0 on a really well played first half in the weather conditions. And Richard looked like it let up a little right now, and we're about ready to start the second half. Vineland will get the ball to start the half. Really a well played game defensively on both sides. Rich?
Well, for Vineland in that first half, 57 yards of offense. Of course, the long run by Seymour. But, on a punt, the ball was snapped back bad to Gonzalez. That counts as a negative 14 and all. But Pacheco, 5 rushes, 7 yards, a couple big ones. Vineland, 5 penalties for 25. On the other side is St. Joe's with 97 yards offense. And the biggest of that was a 46-yard run by Salam Horn that ended with a fumble. So you can basically pop those yards out of there, and 57 yards on the Vineland side and about 36 on the St. Joe side. So it's been a lot of defense through the air. St. Joe's right here through the air, 1 for 5 for negative 1 yard and an interception. Punting's where the difference has been in this one in field position and all. For St. Joe's, 3 punts with an average of 13.7. For Vineland, 2 punts with an average of 43.5 yards. So Juan Gonzalez, as I mentioned, week in and week out, I've yet to see a better punter in the Cape, and he's really been a big factor today for Vineland.
The best play he made all day was the one he didn't punt. On the bad snap, he had the smarts to just fall on it and not let anything happen to the ball. And we were fortunate that we held on and stopped them to stay 6-0.
Yeah, as Banks picks off the last pass of the first half, I was getting a little greedy. He had 2 blockers in front and 1 defender, but tripped up as he makes the interception. But Vineland will start with the ball. And it's going to be Seymour and Pacheco back deep. Don't know if the ball's going to reach them all the way there.
In the film I watched, this young man kicked line drives. So
That young man is Eric Renazzo.
and the ball blew off the tee.
Daquan Cosby is up in front in that second line. And also Kobe L. Bay. It's Melton and Anderson, short guys back. And you don't want to miss one with Melton and Anderson right there. So Granazzo boots it.
We'll catch it.
And it's going to go to Anderson, who slides down. So no return on that. Nice kickoff as that ball's going to start at the Vineland 25.
Rich, have we attempted a pass? Can't remember. I don't think so.
As a matter of fact, I have my notes here. Let's see what I have on my stat sheet. 5 of 7 Pacheco running. I don't have a pass down, but we could have missed that. So tight formation for Vineland. Seymour over the right side. Breaks the tackle, picks up about 3. Oh, wow, a little better than 3.
Yeah.
Looks like about 5.
Now that time he came off the ball pretty aggressive. That was pretty good. That's what we need.
So 2nd and 5 for Vineland, just underway here. And this is, a 6-0 lead is great. An 8-0 lead is really good. But 12, you don't want to have the extra point there. You definitely want to see if you can get up 2 scores, give you a little room for error. And there's the give this time, and nothing doing as Seymour is going to lose about what he got on the first down, setting up 3rd and about 10. We'll make it 3rd and 9.
Okay. Coach Russo chance it, put the ball in the air. We have not, again, attempted to put the ball in the air.
Another real tight formation. And we're going to get a delay here.
No, not yet.
And there's your delay of game penalty. Took a little while to get that play in, then some confusion as Vineland's using some new offensive sets, so it's going to move them back 5.
It's our 6th penalty, Rich. Not good. Yeah, you say, what's 5 yards? Well, 5 yards might put you out of first down.
Exactly. It certainly changes your play calling on this, or at least your belief in being able to get a first down. And Vineland stays tight again. Here's the pitch to Seymour. Great contain on the outside by St. Joe's, as I guess Seymour's going to lose a couple more. So with 3 and out, St. Joe's defense dominates that exchange. So Vineland -6 on that drive.
Well, the last time we punted, Rich, we had a bad snap that almost cost us dearly before the half.
And now we'll be punting from about our 6-yard line. Snap is floating, but high. It's a spiral kick. It's going to roll into St. Joe's territory and down at the 47. So St. Joe's will have nice starting field position. They'll start off 1st and 10 at the 47 with 9:39 to go in the third quarter.
Have you seen the young Horn? Did he come back out? I didn't see him, Dave. Or Rich.
Let's see.
He's not in the backfield.
So it's just Salam Horn in the backfield. And he's going to keep and get to the outside. He cuts to the inside, stays on his feet. A nice run for Horn as he's going to be close to a first down. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Rich, he's the best threat they have. There's no doubt about it. He's run the ball, I don't know, maybe 7, 8 times, and he's had a gain every time.
Real nice blocking on the edge.
Yeah.
Vineland defended it as best they could, but between the back and the blocking, there's just a lot of opportunity for St. Joe's there.
He's going to go
And
right.
the linebacker blitzes through the middle, and that's right where Horn goes with the football and picks up a first down as Vineland tries to run blitz, but backer gets stuck in the wash. Horn's got hand warmers, towels, another towel, pair of gloves. It's like a Batman utility belt around his waist, Coach. Looks like we have an injury on the field.
56, Rich.
That's the freshman linebacker. Or excuse me, that's Josh Ramos.
Yeah. Boy, we can ill afford to. He's played a great game.
Yeah, he's been containing the outside, and he's done a nice job of that today.
Rich, I can't tell if it's raining again. I don't see anything out there.
May have stopped temporarily. Horn gets out wide. Banks there. Misses the tackle. Horn cuts back to the inside. What a run by Horn as he's down inside the Vineland 10. Salam Horn hits the brakes on the out of bounds line and picks up another 15 on the run.
Well, this drive started, Rich, on St. Joe's 47 and just been a steady grind.
And it's been a lot of Horn.
Yeah. I think Coach found a little bit of a secret here.
Here's the give over the right side, and nothing there that time for Keegan Harvin. So 2nd and goal. Coach takes a peek, I will too, with 7 minutes, 40 seconds and running in the third quarter. Salam Horn in the shotgun this time. He fakes to Keegan. He keeps himself over the right side. Wow, what a play by Delonte Jones. Big 59, sticking his hand out there and tripping up Horn, who had space to take it inside the 5. Saw Jones extend and dive to his belly and make the tackle. Great job on the inside. So 6 yards to go for St. Joe's as it's 3rd and goal. Need to open this window for you, Coach?
Oh, I'm just amazed that I'd give him the ball every run.
Big 3rd down. It's just Keegan alongside quarterback Horner. Takes it himself. He's boxed in. Anderson re-pursues from the outside.
Great
and
tackle.
Great tackle on the play. That's Elvis Velez.
Oh.
Velez, the senior, makes a great stop in the backfield to bring up 4th and goal from about the 7. So big 4th down here for the Vineland defense and a big one for the Wildcat offense.
It's got the wide side to the left, Rich.
See the Vineland coaches, there's a ton of signaling going in there. A little aerobics class on the side, 4th down.
I would think the sprint would come to the left side, Rich.
I would think Horn keeps this ball in his hands after a fake.
There it is, coming left.
Oh, he's going to throw. He's got 2 receivers open. The ball is floated. Banks makes the tackle, but rolling into the end zone for the score for St. Joe's goes Chris Carey as they flooded that bottom zone. And just when you're thinking run a great pass by Horn to Carey, that ties the score up at 6-6.
Nelson just went ahead. 35-34, 1:24 left.
So with 5:51 to go in the third, St. Joe's will be going for 2. This is a big play here. There's the give over the right side and in for the 2-point conversion. Keegan Harvin may be his first positive rush and comes at a great time as he puts 2 points on the board for the Wildcats, who take the 8-6 lead with just under 6 minutes to go in the third. So it's been Vineland's offense with that one big run for Seymour. First half it was St. Joe's with a couple big plays, with a penalty and a fumble, but this time they drive the ball.
Well, I'd like to see that 2-point conversion again if he has it.
They drive 53 yards, and a lot of it was Horn, who really showed his explosiveness.
I don't think he made it on that 2-point. His knee hit way short of the goal line.
Some of the Vineland players are a little upset about this
I don't blame him. I'm watching the monitor, and he wasn't even close when he hit.
Yeah, I was watching the field, and of course you can't tell from up here at this angle. We are pretty much even.
And once his knee hits, the play's dead. Am I correct?
All day, every day.
Well,
so the last kick went right to the 25, and there was no return from Vineland on that one.
that was a pretty good drive, 53-yard drive.
Eric Graziano set the kick again. Puts his foot into this one. It's going to hit and come back to Seymour. Starts heading to the right side. He's still on his feet, almost gets the corner, but a nice return. So he brings it out to about the 30-yard line.
Rich, we need a little offense here. We got to get something going.
And that's the part that, Vineland's still trying to get an identity and, what's their bread and butter, what they go to. Not sure Blakely's had a carry, but I think that fast attacking through the middle of the line.
If you're going to put the ball in the air, this is a good time to do it, Rich. You got the wind to your back.
And it's Jones all the way down to the bottom of the screen. Seymour, and the ball is loose. Pacheco loses it, and St. Joe's comes up with it. So big turnover as St. Joe's will take over deep in the Vineland territory. So Keegan Harvin, who had a tough time getting going in the running game, converts the 2-point conversion. And the very next play from scrimmage comes up with the fumble. That can turn your day around in a heartbeat. So 1st and 10 for St. Joe's on the Vineland 26, and they're quickly up to the line of scrimmage and ready to go. This time to the bottom of the screen, Isaiah Jones makes a tackle, but a nice little gain there on the play for John Payne. It's a gain of 3, making it 2nd and 7.
Yeah, this is a big stand for Vineland here, Rich. They can't afford to fall behind 2 scores.
Yeah, agreed.
You know, if they score, you know they're going to go for 2, and they'll make it 18-6, and you got to score.
Yeah.
You got to score twice.
So far, this second half has belonged to St. Joe's. Look for that Vineland defense to try to make a play here as they spread them out. Salam Horn goes quarterback draw, tries to get through the middle, and just grabbed and brought down. But he's going to pick up some positive yards as it looked like Chris Soto. And excuse me, make that a Via Palaha, 63 on the stop. So 3rd and short, 3rd and 3. St. Joe's going this game after the first series without Alam Horn. One of the better running backs in the Cape. He's out injured.
He's got it, Rich. He's running.
He attacks right that edge of the Vineland defense and picks up a first down. So Salam Horn getting warmed up. So we're under 4 minutes to go in the third. St. Joe's continues to move the ball in the second half. Horn this time comes to the bottom of the screen. He gets around the edge, outruns the defense, into the end zone for the touchdown. So a 15-yard score for Salam Horn. And a big extra point try coming here. So right now, St. Joe's up by 8. Little confusion, and St. Joe's is going to have to take a timeout.
Okay, Rich, 3:30 is that's the first time out of this half.
When we have that timeout, let's also mention Larry's 2 Restaurant, 907 North Main Road in Vineland, 856-692-9001. And Ducharne's Pro Foot, 925 East Landis Avenue in Vineland, 856-690-1500.
Rich, it'd be nice to thank the guys working in this weather today. Who do you have?
I have Mark McGill, Shannon Morris, crew chief Stan Diola and Brian Anthony, and as always, F. John Sabran, executive producer, VPS, and finally, communications. The pitch to the outside and running over Banks into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And I do want to let everybody know that Shannon Morris is not here, but of course Shannon Norris is. My bad on that one. So Vineland down 2 scores now with 3:30 to go. So 16-6. St. Joe's up 10. Vineland looking to get the offense on track. That big turnover on the last drive set St. Joe's up deep in Vineland territory. First downs, Coach, I don't think there's been many recently on the Vineland side. So,
Well, they get a first down for the touchdown. And that may have been our only one of the first half. And we've had 2 possessions in the second half, so it's time for us to get a few.
this is where
Change
things
this around.
can start to unravel. You see Coach Russo talking to his freshman center, Mike Bachma, with Ryan Banks standing near him in that offensive line. This is where you've got to pump the brakes and make something happen offensively.
You got to move. Plus, you got to move up, Rich. Look how deep we are. We're down on the goal line. I haven't seen the ball reach the goal line all year.
I say this one's going to come down around the 25.
You know, and he's kicking into the wind.
Melton collides with Kobe Albay, who picks it up, number 23, and returns for about 3 or 4 yards. 50, 40, 32 yards. We'll start from the 32.
It's our third possession, Rich. We've 3 and out, fumble. This is our third possession, so we should be ready to go now.
Ron Gonzalez arrives to the huddle. And Vineland desperately needs to get some offense going here. The offense has really consisted of the one long run by Seymour. Now Vineland spreads the field. St. Joe, false start on Vineland. Villa Palaha gets a little bit of a head start there, and down in distance trouble when your team's struggling. An extra 5 yards to get a first down really starts to add up. If you're tracking those penalties, Coach, but there's another one, and that makes the drive so much tougher. 50% harder now as Vineland has a 1st and 15. See how I did that math, Coach? First and 10 was 100%. I'm adding half of that.
That's our 8th penalty.
Okay, same formation, just Blakely in the backfield. Here goes Jones. Look for sweep to the top. There goes Jones to the top. He cuts it in, and he's swarmed over and brought down after a loss of about 5 or 6. Been rough getting Jones started this year, as last year he averaged over 6 yards a carry. Not been the case in this wet field, of course, not a great situation for your speed back in Jones. So didn't lose as many as I thought. It's, call it 2nd and 15 still. Kind of just think this kind of weather with the right down and distance is fullback time. And there's a reverse. And a great job defensively for St. Joe's. Looked like Eddie Testa, number 60 possibly in there, who makes the stop.
Oh, how could he call penalty? He pushed the kid.
Let's see which way it's going to go, Coach.
It's going against us.
Yep.
Boy, I hope that.
You know, if at school, if I suspended somebody for saying something and the other kid punched them in the face, I'd be in trouble. You know.
No, that's
So
not what happened. The kid broke away from the altercation. The ref went in and pushed the kid, pushed him, and he threw the flag on him. You put your hands on me, I'd say something too.
Wow, so that's really going to set the down and distance back now. See if I can do the math here and figure this one out for you. I'm going to cheat to the scoreboard. It's 3rd and 37. Vineland deep in their own end. Ball right at the 10-yard line. Staying on his feet. This time gets about 8 yards on the carry. But of course, St. Joe's in a little bit of a soft defensive look with 36 to go, or 37 for the first down. So it's time for Vineland to punt as we're down under 2 minutes at 1 minute and 30 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, it's not been a good quarter, Rich. This is our third possession, and that was the best run we had, but it was so far.
Yeah.
We couldn't make up the distance.
And you got to figure if it was 3rd and 5, that defense wouldn't have been sitting back like that either. Well, this is where Vineland may be at the point in time where they need to have a turnover here. And it's a low snap. It squirts through Gonzalez. He falls on it at the 1. So a couple bad snaps. So it looks like they may result in 2 touchdowns as this one sets up St. Joe's in a 1st and goal situation. So the wheel's fallen off the cart, but we have plenty of time as we're just in the third quarter.
Well, it's a tough break here.
Horn keeps himself, dives in the end zone for the touchdown. So Horn in quickly with 50 seconds to go in the third quarter, which has been all St. Joe's this quarter. The offense not able to move the ball on the last drive, and the snap sets St. Joe's up at a 1st and goal, and that's all it takes is one play for Salam Horn to get to the outside and extend over the goal line. And that pass defended. Josh Ramos, who's been doing a good job defensively, defends that pass, that try for 2. So
Still got 50 seconds.
22-6 St. Joe's.
What a turnaround.
What a great quarter if you're a St. Joe's fan, as Horn has come to life, and they've taken advantage of every opportunity. The 1st and goal on that last one, great field position on their first drive, and then they moved the ball from their own side at the 47, marched it all the way down for a score. So their offense is starting to move now. For Vineland offensively, a penalty on 1st down. Down and distance are tough as Vineland's not able to really drive the ball. 10 yards has been a lot to ask in the first half, but when you get those penalties and you make it 1st and 15, it really takes you out of your play call. So it's been all St. Joe's in the third. We have just under a minute to go in the third, and then we'll have the fourth quarter. Vineland needs to respond now if they want to get back into this game.
Yeah, it's a shame. They've played such a good first half. And just, bad snap, fumble have really turned the game around. All right.
And you dodge a bullet taking a knee at the end of the second quarter. There's a nice kick, and this one's going to be taken by Pacheco. He heads to the top of the screen, looks for some blocking, and jumps forward to about the 30. Make it 32.
Okay.
So let's see what Vineland has in store here. They'll only have the wind at their back for the next 50 or 44 seconds.
Yeah.
See if they try to throw the ball. St. Joe's is just stop and run. They're sitting right in the middle and saying, you're not going to run. And right through the middle goes Seymour, who stays on his feet. And a real nice touchdown saving tackle for C.J. Parrish, who wore the red and gray for Vineland last season and transferred over to St. Joe's.
Rich, I think there's a face mask on there. Okay.
Get
You're
another
going to
look at this
see
here,
really
Coach.
nice cut up the middle. There's the face mask.
So we'll pick.
It's back here.
So that's going to turn out to be a big penalty as Vineland
Yeah.
gets the ball quickly to St. Joe's territory. Ball's going to be at the St. Joe's 42-yard line.
They only gained about 5 yards on the penalty, Rich, because it was from the
Yeah,
spot
where it
of
was
the
thrown.
foul. Nice run. It was one tackle away from.
Yeah, and that face
breaking
mask
that.
kind of got him a little off center on his balance and not able to avoid Paris. Now to the bottom of the screen, cut inside of that, gets strung out, picks up about 3. Real nice block there, and I don't know if you have that one to show us because that's that cutback that needs to be made. We have a real nice vision up here as they're coming right towards us.
Yeah. Okay, you're going to see it, Rich, coming at us. Right here. Here's
Right
where he's
off
gotta
that
cut it
block.
up. See when he
Right
strings
where
it
Jones,
out.
where
Yeah.
Jones makes that block inside the tight end, that's where you cut it up and then you have your lane.
Yeah, you get another 2-3 yards, which is better than being second and 8.
You want to look for your offensive players' butts and run behind their butts, not in front of their faces, because that's the way they're blocking people. 2nd and 8. So just as linemen miss a block, running backs can miss a hole, and that happened there on that one. And false start on Vineland as they rush a little bit. So instead of 2nd and 8, we're going to make it 2nd and 13. With 17 seconds to go here in the third. Vineland trying to answer a third quarter that's been all St. Joe's.
9. We've had 9 penalties, Rich. And
I think we're 2 away from a season high, Coach.
it's just you can't have that happen to you at this stage of
Yeah,
the game.
and these conditions and a good defense you're playing against, it's just a lot to overcome.
Put you in a hole that you can't get out of.
Matter of fact, that was Blakely's block. That should have went inside of it. And back to pass. Pacheco has time. He floats it up deep and dropped by Seymour. Fortunately, Coach Bigfoot turned our monitor off again, but I watched as Brian Anthony did it last time, and we're back in business. Okay. I'm going to tie that leg to
I
the
was
post.
stomping on that last tackle.
Here we get another look at this. Plenty of protection
Yes,
as he
very
floats
good.
it up. Just not able to come down with it as Seymour, as Parrish had coverage to the inside. So 3rd and 13. Under center. It's Pacheco. Jones in motion behind him. Loses the ball, falls on top of it. And it's going to be 4th down. It's another fumble on this drive for Vineland.
Recovered by Vineland. Lost on the play.
So 4th and 15. And that's going to do it for the third quarter.
22. Vineland 6.
So a third quarter that was owned by St. Joe's. The only way for Vineland to get back in this is to have a stronger fourth quarter, and the fourth quarter is not going to start out great for Vineland, as it's going to be 4th and about 15. So while we have this break, we've made it all the way to Battino's. So Battino's ShopRite, 1255 West Landis Avenue in Vineland, 856-691-9395. We're all about food, we're all about savings, and we're all about you. Battino's ShopRite. The Gorgo Group, 646 South Delsey Drive, Vineland, 856-692-0303. Supplier of pallets, packing supplies, and logistics services since 1979. And back to live action, it's punt time for Gonzalez. This snap's a beauty right in Gonzalez's hand, and he drives a outstanding punt down to the 15. The referee takes a stumble in the middle of the field, picking his way to the outside of his horn. A flag hits the field before he's escorted out of bounds as a Vineland player takes a nice clean hit, but delivers a shot to the freshman. But the flag is all the way back 26-yard line. So it looks like St. Joe's will be starting about their 16. Well, either the wind changed or something, because now we have water just rolling off the roof here. Didn't have that earlier. So sure enough, it'll be 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line.
So they start the fourth quarter deep in their own territory, and it's starting to rain again, Rich.
Horn keeps it himself to the top of the screen, looking for space, tries to cut back. That's pretty well played that time by Vineland. Palaha in on the stop at the bottom, but a great job. Everybody sliding down, not allowing those cutback zones, as Ziegler and the defensive line did a nice job on that one. So we're going to call it 2nd and 10 still. St. Joe's, of course, in no hurry.
No. Clock is on their side now.
And they've built a cushion. Every second they have the ball is really treacherous for Vineland to give over the left side. There's an opening. And breaking a couple tackles before he's brought down is John Payne. And Payne's going to pick up the first down on that one. We have a player down, a St. Joe's player down on the field. We're going to have an official timeout.
Okay. Started the fourth quarter, Rich. It was an excellent game the first half, and St. Joe just...
There was a little fire lit underneath them at
they-
halftime as they came out a little bit flat, and they almost tied it up before the half, as Vineland believed St. Joe's was out of timeouts, took a knee, but then St. Joe's got a possession.
If people would look at the score, they wouldn't realize how good a half Vineland did play in that first half. But St. Joe just took advantage of the Salim Horn's outstanding ability, and he was 90% of the offense on those drives.
Yeah, he's really been a step quicker and really played a great second half. So it was John Payne shaken up after the tackle, but not before he gets a big first down for the Wildcats. Give on the inside, not much there. As Palaha and Cosby make the stop. So it's going to be 2nd and 6 here in the fourth quarter.
Plaha is coming back, and he's done a pretty good job the last couple
I like
of
where they're
weeks.
using him now. Last year was wide receiver.
Yeah.
I like him at offensive tackle. I like him at the defensive line.
Yeah, he's played a pretty good game.
Not that he's not a very good receiver, but you use him more. Your receivers, we've not really tried to get the ball to them. On the inside, trucking forward for a couple yards.
St. Joe is in St. Joe mode. You know that, Rich, don't you? It's just going to...
We're playing a nice game with a St. Joe's program that has numerous state titles. It's number 1 in the rankings earlier, working their way back up from number 11, and Vineland comes in 2-1. and really dominated some play early. And if these mistakes are eliminated, this score is still really tight. So Vineland, of course, needs to clean that up. Here's Horn looking for something to the outside, and Melton just turns him back in. And there's a loss on the play, setting up 4th down. So Vineland should be getting the ball back in decent field position, but we're down to 9 minutes to go. And another player down on the field, 2 of them. Delonte Adams looks like he's ready to get up. But now Salam Horn shaking up on the play.
Is that who's down, Rich? I couldn't see.
Well, the good news is he's hopping up to his feet. Hopefully just the wind knocked out of him, and he'll be back after the punt as he jogs off. It's Delonte Jones ending up on top of him. And you look at Melton and you turn back in, and there's 6'4", 425 Delonte Jones. And that's been key for Vineland all game on that defensive line, is just scraping down the line, trying to avoid the cutbacks. And most of Horn's area has been to the outside, so it's punt time for St. Joe's. They struggled, averaging less than 15 yards a punt. And St. Joe's is going to take a timeout here.
Rich, we've had 8 possessions.
I see a lot of fumble.
3 fumbles.
I seen them in there.
2 bad snaps. So it's 5 out of 8 that we've had disaster happen to our offense. So it's time we settle down. Maybe we can get a drive going here.
We also like to thank Dr. Joseph Bernardini at Reconstructive Orthopedics, 994 West Sherman Avenue, Vineland, 856-696-0900, providing orthopedic care to the residents of Cumberland County for more than 30 years. And 4th down, time to punt for St. Joe's. This is a low snap, but it's picked up, and the best punt of the day gets away. Wow. Looked like it was going to take a St. Joe's roll, but it kind of hit the sand trap, and that ball's about 3 inches down into the ground. Nice job punting for St. Joe's that time, but Vineland will start at their own 42. And while we have a moment as Vineland takes the field, let's get to that last sponsor on our list, Allen Associates. That's Allen Associates at 630 South Brewster Road in Vineland. 856-692-2550. Since 1960, Allen Associates has been the leader in employment benefit management and financial services. They also provide employee benefits for over 250 groups, ranging from 2 to several thousand lives. And Vineland with the ball, they need to do something quickly. Juan Gonzalez to the bottom of the screen. Seymour in motion. It's the give to Seymour. Tries to cut back through the middle. And he's going to fight his hardest to make it back to the line of scrimmage as Vineland goes back to that sweep. So old Vineland fullback Breon Cobb just walked by the front of us. Vineland could certainly use that type of monster of a fullback pounding through the middle on this type of day. We've yet to see Blakely get his chance with the ball in his hand, but with the score like this, you kind of throw the fullback away at this point in time. So 2nd and 9, or 2nd and 10 actually. Again to Seymour. St. Joe's ready for that play again. At the end of that, he's just thrown backwards.
This is not his field either.
No.
He if you watch him run, he's very uncuttable is the word. He's making the cuts, but they're not like his cuts.
There's edges to all the cuts today.
Yeah,
those edges are rounded out a little bit.
First great run he made, he just did it on pure speed. I mean, there were no cuts.
Mm-hmm.
But he seems to have, trying to go up in there. And you know what? I mean, this feels the same for everybody. It's not like...
Well, St. Joe's has decided you're not going to run the ball, and they're keeping everybody in the middle as Pacheco picks up about 2. they're keeping everybody in the middle saying, you're going to have to throw it to beat us. And Vineland's not done that as of yet. So we have 4th and about 4 for Vineland. They should be going for it here as we're down to 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the ball game.
Well, if they're going to go, they better hurry up.
Yeah, I don't know that they're going to be able to get a play in and call it. Possibly another delay coming up on Vineland. They have 3 seconds to get the snap off. And they do, but it's on the ground. Pacheco picks it up. It squirts free. He dives back to it. So great starting field position this time for St. Joe's at the Vineland 40 on another fumble. So first down, St. Joe's. 6 minutes, 3 seconds to go.
Coach, I'll see you.
So Salam Horn back in there. He was in on the defensive series also. Sweep to the bottom of the screen. Trying to get to the corner, maybe getting back to the line of scrimmage goes Tucker. Looks like we'll have 2nd and 10. So the third quarter, all St. Joe's. This fourth quarter, all the clock moving. If you're a Vineland fan, as time continues to wind.
Yeah, this is definitely in favor of St. Joe right now. They just a couple of first downs and that clock will be done.
So Vineland with a much better effort than last season as they were shut out last year. Vineland had the lead going into half, and here goes Horn to the top of the screen. Ramos takes him and swings him down. There is a flag down at the 38-yard line. It's usually where you'll get an offensive holding, but I really didn't see somebody out there.
I didn't see anybody out there except the runner and the tackler.
Well, we're kind of low to the field, so hopefully we miss somebody out there. Oh, it's a face.
Oh, and against St. Joe, a face mask.
So it must have been on the straight arm, a little grab of the face mask. That's going to take them out of Vineland territory and put them back to their own 43-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and about 23.
It's 2nd down, right? The down doesn't go off.
So St. Joe's able to do this today without a Lomhorn, who was out of the game early. They're trying to set up a screen. Ramos gets flushed through. Blakesley tries to make a tackle. Still on his feet goes Horn and makes another Vineland player miss. Turns up the edge. Puts on the burst of speed. Gets past the first down marker. And he steps out of bounds right about 5 yards short of the first down. So it looks like that's going to be 3rd and about 5.
Pretty good athletic ability there. I don't know if we could see it again. We had 2 shots at him in the backfield.
Well, there's speed and then there's acceleration. And
here we go.
Take me through it, Coach.
Here's the one. We got a shot there. We got another. Oh, right there we have a shot. 3rd shot. Pretty good angles there to get him out of bounds.
Well, St. Joe's picks up a lot of yards, setting up that 3rd and 5. There's a give. Looks like Nate Johnson's going to have the first down.
Yeah.
So St. Joe's gets a first down. We're under 5 minutes to go with 4:55, and now the clock will run.
They got it spotted at the 36, but the marker says it's the 29. The marker says 29.
This time Johnson gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard more, set up second
Yeah.
and 9.
Pick up with 1. Second down, 9.
This has been just a disastrous half for Violent, Rich. We, played so good in the first half, and we've had 3 fumbles out of our 5 possessions, and that's really
that's enough to
us.
hurt. Right up the middle, through an opening. Harvin stays on his feet and may pick up another first down.
First down, Wildcats.
So another first down with 3:43 to go. So we've looked at this weather. We've watched the heavy rain hit the field, the wind gusting about, tripods flying around and everything else. And got some great pictures from our crew today. One more time I'd like to mention
Excellent.
them. Mark McGill, Shannon Norris, crew chiefs Dan Diola and Brian Anthony, and running things down in the booth, F. John Sabrana. Here's a sweep to the top, cut inside nicely, picks up about 5 on that, goes Tucker for the Wildcats as we're going to get under 3 minutes to go now.
Yeah, this drive started at the Violent 40-yard line, and it's just been a couple first downs, and to keep the clock moving.
Second down, 7.
2 minutes, 40 seconds. There's to give up the middle to Harvin, who picks his way through before he's wrestled down.
Marvin on the carry.
I think he picked up the first, Rich. I'm not sure.
Certainly looks like it.
First down.
That'll make it first and goal. Well, a little short of the first down. Apparently it's 3rd and about 1.
I saw the referee
Sorry
standing.
about that down there. I thought he had made it.
Yeah.
Third down.
So 3rd and 1 now. Clock continues to wind. We're under 2 minutes to go. First down for Harvin, down to the 5.
First and goal for the Wildcats.
They're doing something they couldn't do in the first half, Rich, is run up the middle.
Well, I think
First and
since
goal for the 5.
St. Joe's got the ball back this last time, it's kind of Vineland understands they're not going to win this game, and that defensive interior is playing a little flat right now. That last play they weren't set when the ball was snapped, and these are the things you clean up. And you lose 22-6 to St. Joe's after having a lead on them. It's something you can build on. They pop this next one in. It looks like another blowout.
Yeah.
All sides Vineland.
Well, we're getting close to our team high in penalties, Rich. I've got double figures.
That's one more. We've got 10 down here. Coach has 10 down for penalties so far. There's Harvin again,
Marvin.
and he's short of the touchdown. And we're down to 1 minute and 15 seconds to go.
Rodney Melton on the stop. Pick up of 2. Second and goal.
Coach, when you have all these penalties here,
You know,
you'd like to not commit them, but what can
one
you
a
live
quarter.
with? 1 a quarter?
All good coaches figure 1 a quarter is, something happens. But you can't have double digits because it really,
And I would think, especially with an offense that's struggling to get yards, it makes it that much tougher. So 2nd and goal. Harvin this time gets right on in there. Keegan Harvin in the end zone for the touchdown with 41 seconds to go.
1 yard run.
So give St. Joe 6 more on there.
41.3 seconds.
Let's see if they want to try to kick it into this wind and see how that looks. Nothing to lose here. Maybe a nice opportunity to take a shot at the extra point. So after a first half of 6-0 Vineland, 28 unanswered points for St. Joe's. And sure enough, they will try the extra point kick. That'll be Eric Graziano, a left-footed kicker. It's high enough, it's long enough, and good enough. So Graziano makes it 29-6 as we have 41 seconds to go in the ball game. While we get ready for the kickoff, let's start some house cleaning and run through our sponsors one more time. They're the Greenview Inn at Eastland Golf Course, 4049 Italia Avenue in Vineland, 856-691-5558. Beretta Plumbing and Heating, 1784 Pine Avenue, Vineland, 856-691-1950. Newfield Bank, 11 locations in Cumberland and Gloucester County, 1-800-690-3440. Richland Carpet and Flooring, 1309 Harding Highway, Richland, 856-697-3041. RK Auto Group, Chevy, Kia, and Subaru at 502 North Delsey Drive in Vineland, 856-696-8400. Larry's 2 Restaurant, 907 North Main Road in Vineland, 856-692-9001. Ducharme's Profoot, 925 East Landis Avenue in Vineland, 856-690-1500. Bettino's ShopRite, 1255 West Landis Avenue, Vineland, 856-691-9395. The Gorgo Group, 646 South Delsey Drive, Vineland, 856-692-0303. Dr. Joseph Bernardini at Reconstructive Orthopedics, 994 West Sherman Avenue, Vineland, 856-696-0900. And Allen Associates, 630 South Brewster Road, Vineland, 856-692-2550. Perfect timing, Coach. As we're ready to kick it. Nice kick taken by Seymour. He starts jogging up the field looking for an opening. Now he turns it on over the right side, and a nice tackle on the play by St. Joe's number, move your arms, 45, who's not on my roster, but a really nice tackle on the play.
On this 37-yard line, Rich, first down. One of the neat statistics of this half is St. Joe had the ball 5 times, Rich.
And what did they do all 5 times?
Scored 4.
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. And, coming from a half where they had just that chance at the end, that's quite a turnaround.
It's a really good adjustment for St. Joe's coming out of the halftime break.
This is our 6th possession of the half.
Pacheco back to pass. He's under some pressure, spins away from it, and he's going to get swarmed over and brought down with under 25 seconds to go. That may be the last play we see of the day, Coach.
Yeah, 16.3.
You can keep this for old time's sake.
Yeah.
Your St. Joe's roster.
Yeah.
And that's going to do it for the ball game. A great first half by Vineland, but the second half owned by St. Joe's, who outscored Vineland 29-0 in that second half. Coach, you want to bring us through that? It's going to be...
Yeah, we got the ball to start the second half, Rich, and then we punted, and St. Joe started on 47, a relentless drive and a 7-yard pass from Horn to Chris Carey. At the 5:51 mark, made it 6-6. St. Joe went for 2. and made it 8-6. They took their first lead with 5:51 in the third quarter. We got the ball back. We fumbled on our own 26, a 15-yard run by Horn at the 3:30 mark. They went for 2 points, and it was 16-6. We got the ball back. We had a bad snap, Rich, and St. Joe took over on the 1-yard line. Horn ran in with 15.8 seconds to go in the third quarter. 2 points was no good, so it was 22-6. We went into the fourth quarter. Held St. Joe. They punted. We fumbled on a volume 42 and a 40-yard drive. A 1-yard run was in at the 41.3 seconds. The kick was good, made it 28-6, and then we ran the one play to run out the clock, Rich, and that has been the
Well,
ball
Coach,
game.
the scary part happens now with our 10-step walk to the car, but it goes without mention our crew was getting rained on. The wind, the
mention
rain, the coldness,
young people again.
and an outstanding job once again, that crew. Mark McGill, Shannon Norris, crew chiefs Dan Diola and Brian Anthony, and executive producer of VPS Channel 9, F. John Sobrana. Thank you all very much. And onward and upward. Coach, take us out.
This is John Parentazzi, your co-analyst, home with Rich Carper, play-by-play here at St. Joe of Hamilton in a pretty good high school football game for a half, and St. Joe dominated the second half. Violent will go into next week's game against AC at 2-2. St. Joe ups its record to 3-1. For the conditions that we have, Rich, I thought it was a pretty good day. Listen, everybody have a great day, and thank you for listening, and hopefully we'll see you next week.